Hello everybody, here today to talk about raspberries. I don't know what variety name this is. I got it at Brambleberry Permaculture. They're in southern Indiana. They don't ship their plants, but if you're in the area, they're an awesome place to get plants. It's a long drive for us, so we've only been once, but hopefully next year we get a chance. But I decided to make a long form video today on raspberries, why I love them so much. For one, they're just incredibly adapted to our area. Wild raspberries grow like weeds here. And in fact, I've given no care to any of my raspberries, and this one has kind of taken over everything. Right behind it is an apple tree, and you can see starting from about there, climbing up the apple tree is Apios americana, so a nitrogen fixer. No blooms on it right now. You can see a lot of Japanese beetle damage on the leaves for the apple, but it's still looking to be in good shape. This one was a disease-resistant Macintosh. Need to get in there and clean it up this fall. But anyhow, back to the main point, raspberries. So they grow really well here. Every year they send out suckers. So raspberries are very easy to clone. I could take any of those extra shoots out there, stick my shovel in the ground, pop them out, take them to a new location, water them in well, and I'll have another clump form, and another clump, and another clump every time I take some of these away. And there's fresh clumps growing all the way over there, all the way through here where I first planted just one, all the way over here. I am currently surrounded by raspberries, and they are just going further and further. This is a very weedy part of my food forest I have not kept up on, and yet all I did was push my way through the weeds, and there's just tons of these beautiful raspberries. I apologize for my dirty nails. Working on farm and smithing and everything will do that. That one looks to be a little overripe. I'm a little late. Let's give that a go anyways. Yep, overripe, a little boozy. These can definitely get birds drunk if you leave them these. All these bird noises behind me are mockingbirds. We love our mockingbirds, so just gonna throw them a few. There is a green June bug. Didn't used to have a lot of these guys, or really hardly ever saw them, but now we get them. I'll leave him that raspberry he's on. He seems quite happy with it. But, yep, that one's got a little bit of damage on it. But I'll take a bite out of that side. Wonderful. So yeah, raspberries. Almost no maintenance in my neck of the woods. There's a little orange mite on that one. I don't think he's after the fruit. I think he is after something to bite. Like something like a me. So if I can get him off of me, off the fruit, I will squish him. But I believe that is a biting bug. Yeah, that got rid of him. I just blew him off, but very good. I love raspberries because you can just find a variety that works well in your area and let it go crazy, and you can just wade right in, especially if it's a thornless variety like this one. I like thorns because it keeps the deer off, but raspberries are so tough it rarely matters. But just come in, just gorge yourself on berries now and then. Right from the ground. Somebody's driving by. But yeah, right from the bush, straight from the wilds to a meal. And this variety is really, really good. I wish I remembered what I bought, but just look at all the fruit. All the fruit over here. I was eating a couple before I realized, hey, I should share this. So Yeah, raspberries. Easy to propagate, easy to grow. They like slightly acidic soil, but nowhere near as acidic as a blueberry. Generally, these will do well or do fine anywhere that's, you know, I guess sort of the average for the Midwest is what I would say, but anywhere that's just slightly acidic, like I said. Apples grow well here. Chestnuts and walnuts grow well here. Oaks tend to grow well here. So if you're in an area that grows any of that stuff, these tend to be pretty easy to grow. Just a wonderful, wonderful thing. Great for kids, of course. Great to, especially if you keep your garden in nicer shape than mine. Oh my goodness, look at the size of that one. Right there. But especially if you keep your gardens looking nicer than mine. If you keep these all in single file lines, you can let kids come through and pick them. Of course, if you have free range birds, chickens, they'll come by and eat them too. Japanese beetles will eat them, but they're not the worst about it. You just kind of gotta manhandle the plant a little bit. Another squishy old one. Throw it out where the birds can find it. But yeah, raspberries are just such a wonderful plant, and they're so great because you can just kind of plug them in. You know, like you see, this one's kind of right up on an apple. The apple would rather have better airflow, but it's certainly not dying. It doesn't look like it's suffering for the sake of the raspberry. Let me head around this way. All these baby raspberries are in my way, so I'm just gonna have to be gentle as I push through. But yep, more of them again. That one's right on the edge of ripe and overripe. I bet it'll be delicious. Yep, that one was perfect. But yeah, I guess the point I'm getting at here is raspberries are one of my favorites for their insane low maintenance. Oh, I'm gonna come over to a spider, so if you don't like it, look away. There's one of our garden spiders. I've seen these my whole life. They make big, beautiful webs, and I won't be bothering to disturb it because I like it here. It's got to be protecting my plants, so I'm going to go around it. But yeah, just a wonderful, wonderful plant. Love raspberries. Extremely low maintenance, extremely easy to care for, extremely easy to pick, quite easy to preserve. They tend to have decent acidity, so that makes them pretty easy to preserve. Right in here, look at that. Yep, easy to preserve for winter, easy to just be a walkabout, walk along and reach under the plants and pick them. Few things are better. I think mulberries are real underrated. Oh, I dropped one. But mulberries are really, really underrated for a lot of reasons. But one of the main things is that with mulberries, you can lay a sheet or a tarp out underneath and knock the plant about. Just hit it with sticks, and that will knock your mulberries to the ground. So mulberries are quicker to harvest, but raspberries still are just so delicious. So there you go. Sort of a long form rambly video talking about raspberries, but yeah, get out there, buy a bunch of varieties, plant them all, and just see what does best for you, because there are some amazing varieties out there. I'll see y'all in another video as soon as I can. Hope you learned something. And I'll be... forgot my own outro, I guess. Been a long week. But I'll see y'all as soon as I can. Hope you learned something. And I'll be back with another video as soon as I can. Goodbye, guys.